Oh, hi, don't mind me. I'm just reading my high school yearbook, and I'm just thinking to myself, what is high school like? In Charles Dickens' line about the bloody, life-drenching French Revolution, he writes, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times." This line could be applied to most high school experiences. My experience is very likely going to be the reason for why my hair will start graying at 30. High school taught me a lot. And by a lot, I mean lessons about how to utilize the quadratic formula for geometric proofs, or how George Washington may or may not have formed a plan that may or may not have been shaped like an anaconda, to may or may not have led Americans to win World War II, I think. Really, high school teaches a multitude of lessons, but they are all very short term. And by short term, we all can generally agree that 1 month at the maximum is really how long most of us will remember subjects we crammed into our brains via note cards for tests that we no longer remember. To sum it all up, my high school experience was an ice cube. At the beginning, I felt frozen in homework and in stress. It would be rare for me to be sleeping before 1 a.m. Going from school to cross country to 7 hours of homework really teaches a 15-year-old boy that sleep is for the weak. And more often than not, the homework felt so unnecessary. Like, really, how important is it for me to be writing a 7-page paper on the American Revolution that I am only getting 3 hours of sleep? And this stress from high school extends far beyond the homework. In the beginning, I felt that general social stress that everyone feels of fitting in. As a young boy who had wicked long Bieber hair and 10 American Eagle graphic t-shirts, I could say that high school was a really weird time for image. We all wanted to appear perfect, and oddly enough, we all wanted to appear non-stressed, which is ridiculous considering we were all writing that same 7-page paper on the American Revolution at 1 a.m. But again, my high school experience was like an ice cube, and in my latter years of high school, I was taught a valuable, lifelong lesson that I do not need a Quizlet card to memorize. At the end of high school, I learned how to thaw out, and I learned how to relax. Going through all of the meticulous experiences helped me realize that life goes by far too quickly to let meticulous experiences affect me. And from high school, I learned that this is what I believe. Life is way too non-stressful to sweat the small things that will pass, like high school. From those 200 Quizlet cards I made for that one test, I remember zero. From that classroom where I would be too embarrassed to raise my hand, I remember zero of my classmates. So I now believe that if I have to experience these minor stresses, I should challenge myself to gain something from it. Instead of dreading homework readings, I now believe in finding one quote to write down and look back on for inspiration. I believe in the power of budgeting my time, so I have at least an hour per day for me to live for myself. I believe in not describing a weekend by the amount of homework I had to do, but in all of the brief moments I was able to enjoy. I believe in the power of giving power to stress, and not letting stress giving power to me. This is what I believe. Thank you, high school.